Did you take a hit during the pandemic?
Yeah. I was basically working on my own because I had to shut down.
Yeah. You didn't do any like the Doordash stuff? Like you weren't able to do that?
I just started doing Grubhub.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is they want 21% of your profits.
Oh, they do?
So what you got to do is I got to mark up to get my costs. I got to add another 21% to each item on the Grubhub.
That's why it's so expensive.
Grubhub's crazy.
And what it is, like today I had a lady come in and she goes, oh, I'm picking up for so-and-so. I said, this is your order? She goes, yeah, I caught it. I got it from Grub. I'm like, why don't you just call me direct? You would have saved $8. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So I gave her the business card and.
Yeah, no, Grubhub is expensive.
Grubhub is for me personally. I think it's sort of lazy people because they just don't want to get up. I mean,
yeah, I've done.
I've
done. I should say this. I mean, you live in Philly, so I mean, I know. Like, an old bandmate's like, "Hey, can you pick me up?" I'm like, "Well, see, it's $2." He goes, "Yeah, but I won't lose my parking spot."
Yeah, no, for me, it's not the parking spot because like here the parking's not too bad. But the first week I lived here, I've only been here for like 2 weeks at this point. But the beginning of the week, there was still some construction going on in here. So my kitchen wasn't usable for a few days. So there were people working on the house.
I guess I should be mean saying lazy.
No, you're good.
Me personally, I go out, I don't want somebody delivering it. Because then now, the thing I'm worried about Grubhub is like, all right, they order the food.
Yeah.
And it's ready in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But the driver takes an hour.
So then it gets cold.
So now they're getting cold food. I'm like, I don't want to serve cold food. I'm like,
yeah. I definitely do it sometimes. So sometimes I get
cold food.
Yeah, I do the Grubhub thing.
Oh, and I do Grubhub. I did it yesterday. Like I am lazy when it comes to food. That's one thing where I'm just like, I don't care. I will throw something in the microwave. I'll pay 21% extra on Grubhub.
I think it's more than lazy.
And Grubhub is 21%. Doordash is 25%.
Damn, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I think it's more than lazy. I think it's just like the younger people.
That's what they say, the millennials. That's where the guy sold it to me. Grub goes, everybody wants Grubhub. I'm like, well,
just the iPhone stuff and like being able to get. We get Amazon. We get things Amazon to us the next day. So it's like I think it's like a spoiled thing more than it is a lazy thing.
Yeah. I'm addicted to convenience.
Yeah,
I am.
Me too. Life is changing, but whatever.
Sorry to insult you.
No.
I'm not insulted. I'm not insulted. You're good.
Listen, I'm learning. 21%.
Yeah. Wild. Look at all that money you could have been saving, Josh.
I actually drove. Now, here's not a lazy thing. I drove for Grubhub, and they don't pay a lot.
No.
That's the ironic thing.
And you can't tip the drivers because it's like at Uber. It's like you don't tip the drivers. It's like whatever the fee is.
Yeah.
And Uber pays them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some clients tell me, not clients. I had some friends tell me, oh, whenever I order from Grubhub, I always don't tip on the app. I tip cash. But then I'm like, well, I'm a driver. And if they show you what your tip is in advance or whatever, or they show you how much you get paid in advance and including the tip, and I won't pick them. So some of the people who are trying to pay me in cash, I would never know because it's a risk because you see a low price and then you don't know.
So you know exactly what you're going to make per delivery?
Yeah. And you take a risk because you don't know for sure if they're going to bring cash tip or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they leave a good tip on the actual thing, it'll show up when you take the order. The one thing I like about driving for Grubhub is you get to pick and choose which orders and what direction and stuff. But yeah, it's it's a good short-term fix for making money. But in the long term, it's you're using a lot of gas.
Did you ever feel threatened, going up to a door and saying, here's your food or...
For Uber, I have. I've never felt threatened doing... The only time I felt threatened doing, I think it was Doordash, was a dog. There was a crazy dog on the lawn. And I didn't see the sign because it was late at night. And the sign was watch, beware of dog. And it wasn't a big dog. It was a small, little pug or something. But he was vicious. He was trying to bite me. So
little ones always.
Or you wanted the food, one or the other.
They had a sign on the lawn. They're the dog is dangerous, beware. And it was this little bulldog or pug or something. And he was chasing me down, trying to bite my leg. So I was like, holy shit. That was the only time I was ever threatened driving. But I have felt threatened driving for Uber several times, with strange men in the car and stuff like that.
So you're saying that tech companies exploit their workers and gouge their customers?
Yeah.
What?
Which is like crazy when you think about it, because what's the overhead pay for them to run an app? I mean, maybe I'm speaking insensitively because I don't own an app, but like they create the app and then what do they do after that? Like,
I'm just going to assume they're greedy, and I don't feel bad if I'm
You
wrong.
talking about like Grub or something?
yeah, like why do they require so much percentage of the pay? Like, because
So they can get paid.
yeah, but they're just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
ripping people off essentially.
yeah. I mean, COVID really boosted their sales, and people just kept, they love the convenience. They just continued it even after COVID.
I will say that's when I started doing DoorDash. Driving for DoorDash in the pandemic was amazing because nobody was on the road.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's like
You
it's
just
like
like
I'm on
fly.
95. It's like,
And like doing it at night was so much fun because like there's especially nobody on the road. You can just like fly from restaurant to house. And it was like just such easy money when I was in a situation where I didn't like have any other options. So it was like pretty cool.